Let's dive into the shocking moments when corrupt cops were caught, exposed, and forced to face the consequences of their crimes. In February 2021, police arrived at the home of former Marine Daniel Howard and found his wife dead in the bathtub.
Your Honor, I'm not that monster. I assure you that people have portrayed me to be. Kenny and I had 28 years together and raised a family, had mostly a good marriage and a good life. I worked away from home all the time, and I was gone. And
Shocking discovery led to a deeper investigation, uncovering disturbing details about the case.
but I'm not that animal that they portrayed me. And I lost you. And I could have been that monster for 20 years. Not being here before the court. Waiting for it. It is not my intention to anger the court or disrespect the process that I used to believe in and work for. But Your Honor, is about the sentence of this man in prison. And I love my wife.
As events spiraled, Howard faced trial, bringing intense scrutiny to his actions. Even an outsider could see through the murderer's crocodile tears as he tried to mask his guilt.
We're here for sentencing on a conviction of second-degree murder and a conviction of domestic violence, a felony. And what the jury found, Mr. Howard, is that you murdered your wife. Now, why they found it a second-degree murder versus first-degree was, I'm not there in the jury room, but they didn't find beyond a reasonable doubt the one element of premeditation. Part of the jury instructions that you asphyxiated your wife, that you strangled her, that you killed your wife.
His attempts at deception were futile, as the evidence against him was undeniable. He simply couldn't handle the fact that he had been caught red-handed. In April 2024, ex-FBI agent Todd Brown exposed explosive evidence against former Sheriff Jamie Null. Accused of using staff as personal workers and stealing funds, his corruption ran deeper than anyone imagined. A specialist was brought in to uncover the corrupt cop's hidden secrets. The gun was finally discovered in a place no one expected.
Contacted Mr. Todd Brown, a retired Federal Bureau of Investigation officer, who we asked to conduct the search. Mr. Brown conducted the search, and pursuant to the court order, we filed on May 1st a copy of the report along with an exhibit that identifies all of the items that Mr. Brown located in the house. We would like to call him as a witness, Your Honor, to have him detail for the court the location and the items that were taken.
You may.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown? So you have a seat. Very, very high. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Have a seat. Your witness, Mr. Boyle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Null's looking at 15 years behind bars, but with 3 years knocked off for probation. If he plays by the rules, he might be out in about 9.5 years.
Mr. Brown, when I contacted you, I asked you if it would be within your capacity to do an inventory of all our client Jamie Null's properties that he owned for the purpose of securing any additional weapons that might be there, even though the court didn't authorize that, also to indicate whether any ammunition located in those locations. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Also, I've asked you that you were aware at the time that you were going to do the search that Mr. Null was given permission by this court to have a shotgun at the residence. Is that correct?
That's correct.
His sentence kicks off on June 8th, and he's already getting credit for time served.
Then there were several, what I would call classic cars, older cars, at the pole barn at 709 Old Salem Road.
Several, more than 10, less than 10?
So to find a service revolver, I keep saying revolver, service firearm, in a duty belt with other mags, that's not too far-fetched to believe that one would know where that was at, would it?
Stay in line, and he could be walking free even sooner.
I have no questions.
Why was it in a service holster with additional mags? And you don't have to answer that.
Well, because I don't carry guns, so I don't know, Judge. I got the BB gun.
That's all right. Mr. Brown, thank you. And thank you for conducting the search for me. I appreciate it. Your excuse.
Thank you.
Despite the shocking allegations against him, Officer Holtzclaw stayed calm and collected.
Saying it was the hip, the side, not the butt section.
What about right here?
No,
You didn't?
no, I didn't.
They can tuck a gun right
That's
here.
why I asked to lift it up.
Oh, so she just kind of showed you her belly?
Right.
Okay.
What did she say?
Well, was there anything, an accidental touch, anything?
If she thought it when I passed surgery, but it was nothing as far as I felt like I would do anything as far as. And for my safety, I just checked to see if the weapons or anything.
And maybe
And I,
you
to
have
make
every
clear,
right
I
to do that.
didn't touch her butt, but the waist side and whatnot. If you would like me to do, just for me to show you.
No, and I'm fine with it, and you have every right to do that. She's saying that you made her lift up her shirt, and when she lifted up her shirt, she exposed her breasts.
No.
However, he had no idea that his dark secrets were about to be exposed for all to see.
She said she was doing this. When you said, is there anything inside your bra? And she was, well, no, I don't have anything like that. Did she do that?
Yeah, she did, but I didn't look or anything like that.
Right.
And then she was like, "Do you want me to show you?" I was like, "No."
She said when she said, do you want me to show you? You said, yeah, and she went,
No, I didn't.
but could she have been flashing you? And now you don't want to tell me because you're afraid you're going to get in trouble?
No. When I told her no, I said no.
Then she didn't go, yeah, you know, because sometimes drunk girls are,
Having a good time.
yeah. But I'm asking you if she flashed you anyways.
I didn't see her. I didn't
didn't
see
see
her
no
breasts.
boobies?
I didn't see her breasts.
Okay. What about pants?
Nothing in her pants as far as I could see. She was wearing tight jeans. So
She said she pulled them down.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see her pulling down?
I didn't see her pulling down pants. Not see
You did not see her?
breasts. No, I did not see her breasts.
She's saying you shined your light on her.
I did not see her.
Where do you keep your flashlight?
The left side right here. Right.
Although Holtzclaw's body cam and GPS were mysteriously turned off, detectives uncovered CCTV footage of the scene.
Verdict, count 1, sexual battery. We, the jury, impaneled and sworn in the above entitled cause, do upon our oaths find as follows. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery and set punishment at 8 years. Count 2, procuring lewd exhibition. Not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of sexual battery. Count 8, defendant is guilty of the crime of forcible. Punishment is set at 20 years. Count 9, first degree. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of first degree.
While the video didn't capture the incident itself, it proved his vehicle was stopped there for a suspicious 25 minutes.
Count 16, forcible. Defendant is guilty of the crime of forcible sodomy and punishment is set at 16 years. Count 17, forcible sodomy. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of forcible oral sodomy. Count 18, procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Count 28, the first degree. Defendant is guilty of the crime of first degree and punishment is set at 30 years. Count 29, first degree. Defendant is guilty of the crime of first degree and punishment is set at 30 years. Count 30, sexual battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of sexual battery and punishment is set at 8 years.